The drop point was in the mountains to the north. It was a 5-kilometer haul to the objective. The terrain was rough, and the climate was the coldest I've ever encountered in duty. My camouflage was minimal due to a confusion during briefing. I understood the mission was to take place in the Amazon, but it was actually Siberia. Mistakes were made. The area around the base had minimal protection, but getting there was the easy part. Guards were on a rotational watch, so my chances for movement were low. I was told this operation would be difficult, but it was beginning to look like a suicide mission. I managed to make it past the guards, and the target was in sight. It seemed a sprint to the objective was my only option. Suddenly, a heavily armed tank rolled towards me. Three critical shots was all it took. I recovered and continued towards the objective. Once I reached the door, I picked the lock and entered. Inside, I found the safe containing the intel I was to recover, but I was not sure how they would be labeled. Once I had the intel, it was time for my escape. I lost my assailants in a junkyard, ran to cover. It was time to call in the airstrike. I removed my military-grade iPad and entered the coordinates. I was knocked unconscious and left wounded. I must have been presumed MIA or dead. I awoke bound and blindfolded. I had no idea where I was or what was about to happen. The blindfold was ripped from my face, and I was immediately questioned where the codes were. There was no way I was going to talk. In his frustration, my interrogator knocked me from my chair. I laid on the floor without food for what must have been a week, but it felt like months. Finally, they thought they had waited me out, but I still gave them nothing. So they resorted to other tactics. Their beatdown was child's play. They knew they weren't getting anything out of me. I guess they thought enough was enough. I could feel the cold steel against my head, but little did they know, I was slowly unraveling the rope behind my back. My only chance of escape was by getting to the roof. Someone must have sounded the alarm because the helicopter spotted me. In no time, there were multiple guards on the roof. Lethal force was my only chance of escape. I made a mad dash to the perimeter of the base. As I ran to the road, a jeep sped towards me. My squad hadn't given up on me yet. I escaped with the codes intact, and my mission was finally complete. Hoorah!